Hey guys, it's Etsy from ShiGig coming on chat. Today I have my Clarent Sword deck profile. Um, so let's get off with it. First, I run 3 Promising Knight David. This is the best starter for this deck, pretty much for Shao Pao besides Judge Bell right now. This effect is Forerunner, continuous Generous Break 1. While you're returning your regards for the cost of your unit's ability, retire this unit. Retiring this unit may be regarded as retiring 2 regards. So that means when you if you're going to pay the cost to retire a unit for your own effect, he counts as 2. So if you need to retire 3 units, you just need to retire 2. This guy plus another one. Or if you need to retire 2, you just have to retire this one. So it cuts down your cost, really helps you out. And then as for grade 3s, we are running 4 Clarent Sword Dragon. Supremacy Dragon, Clarent Sword Dragon. This card is very good. I just wish it had more support. It is overshadowed by Abyss and Revengers. So his effect is Act. Once per turn, Generous Break 2. Choose 2 of your regards and retire them. This unit gets power plus 10,000 and a crit until end of turn. And then his Stride Break skill is Auto Count plus 1 during the turn that your G unit would stride on top of this. You may pay the cost if you do search your deck for up to 1 grade 1 or less card. Call it to regard and shuffle your deck, and that unit gains power plus 2,000 to end of turn. So, with that, you most of the time with this effect you're gonna call Promising Knight David, your other copies you started from deck. So that way you can keep having these guys on the field, so you can make sure you're able to retire to keep your retiring to the minimum to keep your advantage. You don't have to worry about him being 5k because you'll be able to get him to be 7k with Clarent Sword skill. As for the backup grade 3, I am running 4 Overbearing Knight Gavase. His skill is Act once per turn, Generous Break 1. Choose 2 of your regards and retire them until end of turn. This unit gets plus 5,000, and when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, choose up to 2 of your opponent's regards and retire them. You're not really playing him for that effect, you're just playing for the second ability, since his second ability is Auto. During turn, when his unit stride, choose 1 of your Vanguards and it gets 5,000 until end of turn. That just helps you create a bigger advantage if you end up not riding Clarent Sword. Most of the time, you will ride Clarent Sword because you'll search him out with your Stride Fodder. But if you don't, he's a decent one. I don't play Blaster Dark Diablo because of the fact that Blaster Dark Diablo works mainly for Phantom Blaster Diablo, and I'm only running 2 of him in this deck because of focusing more on a more retiring build with creating more hand advantage and power with effects, and I'll talk about that later. So for grade 2s, I am running 4 Dark Pride Dragon. This guy's the new rare GBTO4 for Clarent Sword. His effect is Auto, Generous Break 1. When this unit is put into the drop zone from rearguard circle for the cost of your unit's ability, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Clarent Sword Dragon in its card name, search your deck for up to 1 Dark Quartz Dragon, call to regard, shuffle your deck, and if you call the unit, countercharge 1. So basically, if you retire a unit, if you retire this guy with say Clarence with any of your strides or with any effect, and you have a Clarent Sword Vanguard, you can search your deck for the grade 1 Dark Quartz Dragon, and then you get a counter charge, and then you'll also gain power because of Dark Quartz Dragon's ability. So it's very good, and it sets up a lot of good combos for your deck to create some good columns. So next, and also helps you minimize your lost and cost for paying your stride skills and other effects. So then we're playing 4 Knight of Brawn Grove's Name. This guy's really good. He's the new clone of the Revenger unit that would every time you call a Revenger that was a grade less than him, you gain 3k. He does the same thing, except for it's any card. Doesn't have to be a Revenger, and he just has to be a Generous Break 1. So his effect is just Generous Break 1. When another of your units with grade less than this unit is placed in rearguard, this unit gains power plus 3,000 at a turn. So you can stack his effect. So usually I'd get him up to like plus 6k, so he's about 15 by himself. So he really helps make big comps. And then I play 3 Maka. Maka is very good for keeping your field advantage, so that way if you play a mirror match, you do have at least 3 rearguards on the field to deal with your opponent's diabloing you. His effect is her effect is auto countless 1. When this unit is attacks Vanguard and this unit is boosted, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 grade 1 card and call it to rearguard and shuffle your deck. So this card just helps you search for another grade 1 from your deck so that you can keep your field. And also if you weren't able to, if you say you had a full field, you can use Clarent sword skill to call grade 1. You can use her effect to call it, or if you use Diablo skill, you can call it, keep your field, keep your roads, and also you can call grade 1 so that way you can pump up Grovesay. I was playing 3 Grovesay for Maka, but I changed the ratio because Maka just didn't help as much since I have Clarent sword and I have Dark Pride Dragon to call grade 1s. So I was getting enough grade 1 calls and keeping my field advantage up. And then I'm playing 4 Dark Quartz Dragon. This is the card that combos with Dark Pride Dragon. His effect is Generous rank 1. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Clarent Sword Dragon in its card name, choose one of your Vanguards and that unit and this unit gains 3,000 to end turn. So that means when you call him, you have a Clarent Sword Vanguard, he gains 3k, Clarent Sword gains 3k, and then if you have Grovesay on the field, he gains 3k, so you get a bunch of power on the field. So that really helps because he'll be a 10k booster. And then if you have this guy behind Grovesay, this will be 10, he'll be 12, so that'll be a 22k column. So that's pretty good. Or if you call another grade 1, you can get him up to 15 by himself, and then with another 7k behind him, that'll be 22k column, and then you can use this with another column to boost, and you can hit more power, hitting some big columns. And then we're playing 4 Stride Fodder for Clarent Sword. You want to use him to search for Clarent Sword if you do not have him in your hand, because having a Clarent Sword Vanguard is very key in this deck. And then 4 Perfect Guards. And then I'm playing 4 of the Clarent Sword critical triggers. So 8 crit in total, 4 draw. You can play Howl Owl if you want to. But I don't play him because I only Soul Blast once, 1 card in this deck, which is for Allgeyser Dragon. So at most you're usually going to Soul Blast 1. If you need to Soul Blast 2, then you're probably not going into Doomed. But on that, in my old build, I was playing Swordbreaker. But in this build, you don't need Swordbreaker because you do create enough advantage and you do keep the pluses going. So having Swordbreaker didn't really help because I needed room to run extra Davids. And the grade 1 space is really tight. And then of course 4 heals, we don't want to lose the game. So on my G zone, I am playing 2 Dark Dragon Phantom Blaster Diablo. This guy, you're only going to use him in key situations if your opponent has a certain amount of rearguards and you can get rid of him. Or if you think you can Diablo for game, he's really good. So his effect is once per turn, countless 1. Choose a face down card named Dark Dragon Phantom Blaster Diablo from your G zone. Turn it face up. If the number of face up cards in your G zone is 2 or more, until end of turn, this unit gets 10,000 and a crit. And then gains the skill. Choose 3 of your rearguards. Retire them when this unit attacks. Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, your opponent may choose 2 of his or her rearguards and retire. If 2 rearguards were not retired, your opponent cannot call cards from their hand to Guardian Circle until end of battle. So it means if they don't retire 2 units, they can't guard from hand. They can intercept, but they can't guard from hand, which, yeah, it's pretty good. I play 2 Supremacy Black Dragon. All guys are doomed. You can only play 2 because you can only get his effect twice off because he does require to flip Allgeyser. This guy. Instead of himself, his effect is once per turn, count plus 1, choose a face down card named Supremacy Black Dragon, Allgeyser Dragon from your G zone and turn it face up, which is this guy. And then choose 3 of your rearguards and retire them. So you want to use Dark Pride Dragon and David to keep the cost down. And then reveal 2 cards from the top of your deck for each grade 1 or lesser card revealed with this effect. Choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. Put the cards revealed with this effect into your hand. If the number of face-up cards named Supremacy, Black Dragon, Allgeyser Dragon in your G-Zone is 3 or more, these unit gains a crit. So he'll be able to swing with the crit if you have 3 of this guy face up, which he's usually going to be your first strat is this guy. He's pretty good. If your opponent has a low amount of regards, this helps you control your opponent's regards. So this way you can set up for going Diablo. So by using this, you can retire, keep your hand advantage, and then Diablo him next turn, which is pretty good. Next I'm playing 4 Supremacy Black Dragon Augeizer. His effect is auto Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Choose a face down card named Supremacy Dragon Augeizer Dragon from your G-Zone. Turn it face up. Choose 2 of your regards and retire them. When this unit attacks Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, reveal 2 cards from the top of your deck. This unit gains 5,000 for each grade 1 less card. Revealed with this effect until end of turn. Put the cards revealed in this effect into your hand. So instead of Augeizer Doom, for each grade 1 unless you reveal, you retire 1. For Augeizer Dragon, each one you reveal, it's grade 1 or less, he gains 5k. So he's pretty good. He's a good advantage for first stride. Since you flip him face up, another copy of him face up, you get 2 of these, and then you go Augeizer Doom, or you can go Diablo, depending on your situation. So if you wanted to run Blaster Dark Diablo in this deck instead of Crevasse, you can take out 1 Doomed and 1 Augeizer Dragon from your deck, so that way you can make room for 2 more Phantom Blaster Diablo. This deck is mainly built around making huge columns that are usually about 21, 22, 25 around that area by themselves without any triggers. So it helps you create calm, helps you control your opponent's fields, and to keep your hand advantage. So it's a very good deck. It's very fun to play, and it definitely, if Shadow Paladin Abyss was in the round, this deck would probably still do pretty good. It's a very fun deck. Just gotta watch out because you can deck yourself out because you do add a bunch of cards to your hand each time you stride. If you're going Augeizer Doomed or Augeizer Dragon, so that's one thing to watch out, and you do deck them real fast if you're grade 1s. So other than that, just watch out how many Dark Quartz Dragons you have left in your deck, because you don't you want to make sure you can still unflip with Dark Bright Dragon, because you need to have another you need to call Dark Quartz Dragon to get that unflip, and that because Dark Bright Dragon's meant there to help you unflip your Counterblast and manage your Counterblast correctly. Able to play your skills. So this will be Zetsui signing out. Remember to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I will have several more deck profiles coming up. I have Shadowpawn Witches, I have Abyss coming up, I have my Genesis Witches, Fenrir, and Regalias. I have a few other decks coming up. So hopefully those won't be too far away from this video. It's being uploaded, so have a good day.